Hi y'all, Jack. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to everybody in the chat with they thumbs. Jack. All right. Man, look here. I got some exclusive news for y'all. And I had to sleep on this one because you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, I was put here on this Kenneka G case for a reason, bruh. People said I done solved the case. People done been down with me when I'm doing my research, doing it live. Never just really just in the video, going live, freestyling, showing you, you know what I'm saying? Let me shoot a disclaimer. Disclaimer for use, education purpose use only. All rights, image, and music clip belong to their respective owner, and we do not claim ownership. Man, I'm gonna need everybody to thumb me up, Jack. Cause watch this. I want to start it off with this one when it come to well look, let me start out with this one when it comes to the Kenneka Jenga case. All right. Did y'all heard seen the video with Jeffrey Epstein, right? A lookalike that was driving the car. The video just recently went viral. He called himself Palm Beach Pete. From according to my research, when I was trying to tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, man, Trey ain't be cooking when I do this type of stuff. And I'm like, look, y'all, the clone stuff is actually real and they been around. It's like for a prime example, like this here. You will believe me now if you see this was in November 11th, 2011. You know what I'm saying? And this made me laugh. It was your clone would do. Simple as that. So, so it's like if you see this in the files, in the Jeffrey Epstein files, and you got a random person just was like, let me look into this type of stuff, and coming to find out, it's a whole clone family, bro. Bro, these people already got clones on islands. And they manipulated the clones. They ain't gonna believe in God. They gonna believe in the actually human. They cloned them. This shit getting crazy. Now, this where I want to get into is this right here. Right here. Now, man, I might get some real feedback on this one. Cause man, I'm not here to lie to nobody. I'm not here to manipulate nobody. I'm not no YouTuber creator, content creator. Everybody know me. That's already understood. So I'm not here just making videos and just going live just to entertain people. No, I use my channel because Kenneka Jenkins crushed my heart. And she really crushed my heart and my soul. Once when I investigated her case, the reason why I say she crushed my heart and my soul, because it tapped in with my belief. It showed me the light. It actually showed me the light. Now and then look, will Trey Gang will be wrong. This for the whole world. I don't want no popularity on this shit, bro. I swear to God, I don't make up shit, you know what I'm saying? People know this about me, man. Trey can't do research, you know what I'm saying? He gon' find out some shit. You could depend on Trey Gang. One thing I can say, you could depend on Trey Gang. Watch this. I be trying to sneak the information in there. But when I be trying to sneak little information in there like this, and I'm trying to tell, all right. This is so crazy. Hmm. Watch this. Let me do it like this, y'all. I need to go to Kendra G. This Kendra G. Right here. This lady right here. If you know who this lady, if you did research, we got to put them on blast. You will know how she involved in the Kenneka Jenkins case. If you got to ask me how, you ain't did your research. You need to go back to them YouTubers that you watching to throw you off track to get you talking about some more other shit. Remember Kendra G, right? Kenneka Jenkins, Kendra G, Kenneka Jenkins. Watch this. Let's do it. Kendra G, where that party at? Miss Teresa Martin and Candy G. Now this the ops. Now this the ops, right? Now this is the ops. Why you think they got Candy G name in it? Now I ain't look. Everything what I'm about to tell you is finna be factual. I don't know what they said. I ain't even know they talked about Kendra G. You know what I'm saying? So I never saw this video. So that really puzzled me even more because I'm like, damn, if I did my own research, and I'm like, damn, why is she popping up all of a sudden? When you do your investigation, she gonna pop up. She gonna pop up, bro. And you're gonna be like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Would this make sense? Check this out. Hold up. Let me do it like this here. Kendra G.
Continuously look for at first. Right.
Mm.
What you mean? Right there, right? Hold up. This the crazy part about it. I swear, bro. I swear. Man, this what I'm built for, bro. When I say, man, I want to expose all these YouTubers, and I said, I ain't even mentioned half of these motherfuckers. Drake ain't I always said Drake ain't mentioned half of these motherfuckers. He said, man, them YouTubers. He was like, man, look, y'all need to be watching out for those YouTubers that never talked about the case. Hmm. Do your research, and you'll be like, hold up, wait a minute. Check this out. Y'all look at this image. Miss Teresa. You got this lady right here. You got Leonora. And look at the other two people here. Leon, right? Leon. He a Mason. He know the business. Just like they all know. And when they speak on stuff, they wear their symbols on their hats. You know what this means? If you don't know what that means, you need to know. You need to do your research for Kenneka Jenkins. You see the pyramid? It's gonna deal with this lifestyle. Boom, boom, boom. They all in cahoots. See this video got all these views on it, and we was up under the pressure like, yeah, Miss Teresa on the radio, she getting interviews. We can finna find out and what's really going on. And then when you go back to this lady, right? Look, once you go back to this lady, the lady of the interview, right here, what I'm showing y'all, go back to her, and I type in Kendra G. I might just need to just go back to Kendra G. Right here. Ain't this the same lady? Ain't this the same lady? Man, I'm finna show y'all some cold shit that how they tricked us. Hmm. Let's go to King Rob. You see that name right there? Melanie King. Rob, welcome you. Guess who Melanie King is? Melanie King is her. If you go back to Melanie King, click on her videos and go back to the very beginning, guess who on the channel? Kendra G. Guess what? See that? Look, that's all to it. And check this out. You could do your research and be like, whoa, 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 Trey Gang. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I ain't gonna say no more about it. Cause watch this. How many people gonna believe me if you got this million, if you got this many followers and they love you to death? And then when it comes to the Kenneka Jenkins case, you got a YouTuber out there finna expose this case to the finest. But they'll go over deaf ears. Look, look. Check this out. You can you put this two video together? Look,
Zaxby's fingers and wings in lemon pepper, garlic,
this the crazy
parm,
part
and
about it.
Nashville hot. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. Take your bra off and switch to this one now. This bra lifts your bust like no other.
Chicago 28, she's a Pisces. She has one son. She's a CNA. She wipes ass. All right, Sandy, let's get into it. What kind of man you looking for? I got me a list, baby. You got a list?
Damn, you got a list? Freaky ass bitch got a whole fucking list. She got a scroll. I bet when she pull her list out there, you gotta pull that whole out. You gotta blow trumpet. Ba, 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 ba. Dun, 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 dun. The Thunder Coochies is her. You know what I'm saying? The Thundercats her. The Thundercats got a you know what I'm talking about? Damn, how long is a list? Man, that motherfucker, goddamn, I bet it look like a whole toilet tissue roll at the toilet tissue factory, not the roll we buy at the store. I'm talking about that big gigantic roll, you know what I'm saying? To make the little rolls, you know what I'm talking about? That motherfucker so long, you got Snook in there, you know what I'm talking about? You got little Ray, you know what I'm talking about? You got Cuz Hot Shot. Then she got Mr. Green, you know what I'm talking about? Mr. Johnson, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, this shit go all the way back to little boys to grown ass sugar daddies. Yeah. Man, they got a whole list of cases. Now one of them work. If you don't work with the YNs, I'm in the middle age. Shit, YNs in the middle age ain't working. Let me give me a little no, this shit ain't working. Let me just get a sugar daddy shit, because they want the sugar daddy, you know, they want the YN to be all with the sugar. No, it don't work like that. You can have your titties popping, you can oil your titties up, and you know what I'm saying, and go on a date with me. I'm still decline like, nah, I'm straight. Nah, your attitude, your head game messed up. You know what I'm saying? If your head game messed up, you can't even please me sexually. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, boo. You know what I'm saying? So when I say this here, look at the game they running. This the game they running, right? This is the game they running. Is this showing you proof right now when Trey Gang say this here? I said, man, look, y'all, you got these people want fame so bad. They want the spotlight. They're willing to do anything. You know what I'm saying? When you think about setup, when you think about killers and you know what I'm saying, and all this stuff, you don't look at they beauties. That's why you know what I'm saying, they talked about this in the Bible, bruh. It talks about what a harlot would do. Do not go over her house. Cause you gonna surely die, goddammit. You gonna surely die. So when you see this, boom, you got Kendra G, then you got her. I ain't gonna say too much. I'ma just expose these two right here, and you will see what I'm saying. I'll take the criticism. I take everything they come behind this. All I'ma just say, hey, you see these two together? Boom. Once you did your research into her, Melanie King, and then you got Kendra G, And these two linked up. And then you got King Rob saying, and then look, let's go to her. Let's listen to this, y'all.
Much pressure to a nigga call the police.
Let's,
So the same police you call, my people gonna call them
yeah.
and tell him he caught up there and lied on that man. That brother right there is a professional scammer. That brother do everything that he need to do.
Yeah. You do all that shit. They do all that shit, bro.
To scam people and take everything they got.
Sure do. They do all that. Yeah, but I want to know why Kenneka on the video game. King Ron, can you tell us about that video game? You know, the 2K John.
ATL colleagues. He ain't got no ATL colleagues. You just heard
Hold
Zach
on,
say,
you know what I'm
Robbie,
talking
you just see me do a video down there. You just heard Zach say, did you see the video I just did down there in Atlanta asking people down there that they know him? Now they don't know him. I told y'all this bitch ass niggas boxed in, y'all. We boxing them in, y'all. That's why I say I ain't got no problem with nobody on the case, because everybody that was supposed to have been on the case that he had us around here chasing and all that shit, guess what, y'all? He crossed them. So they'd rather have them. Because wasn't we the ones saving Chosen from getting his head bust?
Yeah.
I think those people would like to bust his head again now, y'all.
Yeah.
So
they need
whatever they do to the bitch, that's what they do to him.
Yeah.
Whatever they do to him, that's what they do to him.
Yeah.
Nah. You won't get out of this one, brother. Because like my brother Marco say, we're not never going to stop on you, brother.
And check this out. And the whole thing, what King Rob finna do, expose the man that put Kenneka in the video game. Man, I knew King Rob wasn't bullshitting, bro. Now I see why Kenneka was in a 2K video game, bro. This got to be the most crazy shit. I'm showing the world. Look, watch this. This the craziest shit ever, bro. Bruh. Kendra G. Then you got the ops. Everybody know these is ops, bruh. These people is ops. Look. Hold on. What's her full name? Check this out. Somebody Google Kendra G name and see what you come up with. I'll stop it right there. Google it right now and show you that Trey Gang ain't even lying. Trey Gang ain't lying. Google it right now. Do it. I ain't saying shit till you do it. Until then, goddamn it. I'm telling y'all, bro, them folk, them folk, goddamn it, they on a whole nother level. When I say, man, them folks on a whole nother level, you see what I'm saying? Once you find out who she really is, bro, you're gonna be like, oh, whoa. She started her YouTube channel off as a like Kendra single, you know. I'm gonna just throw that out there, Kendra single. They trying to throw that dating thing out, you know what I'm saying? Get in. It's just like these people really set up females. You know what I'm talking about? They all Eastern stars. And then look, everybody know this dude right here, this man went from a security guard, he went from a police Rosemont to a security guard. And guess who he related to? This shit is so crazy to me. Watch this, y'all. Y'all see his image? Let me play his image. Look at his image. Y'all better screenshot this shit right now. Screenshot it right now. Guess who came after me when I figured this shit out? Cause King Rob exposed to him. And when King Rob exposed him, right, I paid attention. And so look, when I paid attention, right, guess who he related to? This finna be crazy. In slime we trust. See that image? Keep that image in mind. Man, say in slam we trust. Bitch, I said in slime, god damn it. Hold on. I said in slime we trust. What you doing there? You know what I'm talking about? Him. There he go. That's his brother. Look, that's his brother, bruh. And he's fucking with his nose. Look. And check this out. If you go back to the footage when J Money came in there, guess who J Money was walking with? His people. That's why they own the fucking case, bruh. Now you see why this man was coming out. Look why he did. Mm. Watch this, y'all. This got to be the most crazy thing ever.
What's going on, everybody? We in here like swimwear.
Just look, check this out. Just imagine you looking into the Kenneka Jenkins case and you get a letter. And once you get the letter, these folk bone rush you like, they ain't come to you like, hey, you got the letter? Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's go over, let's check that junk out. Let's see, let's come together. Now, I want none of that. Them folk easily was like, who is you? And you better cut that shit out type shit and trying to scare me with threats. And then these motherfuckers coming in numbers. Even the chat was like, Trey Gang, be careful now. Be careful, Trey Gang. But it was all these little thunder booties. I'll whoop him one-on-one quick. First round. With a body shot. I ain't going for the chin. He can't take a body punch. You see what I'm saying? And then look, he was coming at me and the rest of them was coming at me and they all beefing. So I'm like, damn, how will I come up if y'all beefing and stirring the pot up and when I come, all y'all got content about me and y'all collaborating with each other. It's like the beef stopped like, yeah, let's get and let's take this motherfucker down. You know what I'm saying? Man, I wanna Jet Li his ass, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I wanna Jet Li that nigga ass, bro. See, I'm a black belt. Real talk. Look, watch this. If you go, look, keep this in mind. This how they'll boost you up. This what the Elisa do. Once you do what you do, whatever she did to, you know what I'm saying? Nobody don't know, but you can figure it out. Just say you an Eastern Star and they're gonna give you a boost and you do a ritual song or set somebody up or ate an organ or you know what I'm talking about or know some things, you know what I'm talking about. Look how these people will boost you up. They'll get a platform like boom. You'll be like, oh yeah, she gotta be somebody. Look at the marketing scratch. Boom, 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 pretty smile, pretty girl, you know what I'm saying? Most niggas dreams, you know what I'm talking about. Who is Melanie King? Watch this. American social media star YouTube and a relationship coach was born under the zodiac sign of Capricorn, right? In 81, I ain't never heard nobody introduce nobody like, yeah, they were born of the Capricorn. January 81st. In the United States, you ain't say nothing about California. I mean, you know what I mean? Other places like, you know what I mean? Maryland or Chicago, you know what I'm saying? You ain't go so you don't have a real background, so you be like, yeah, her career running around and the popularity on the internet is Melanie, perhaps known for her best self-titled channel and launching in 2021. Over 400,000 subscribers, right? You know what I'm saying? She most known for speaking about relationship between men and women. Perfect disguise, you know what I'm saying? Cause look how many men be like, oh my God, you so beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Can I kiss you? You know what I'm saying? Can I cash app you for a little booty or something? Or can I get to know you and take you out on dinners and all this old stuff? And she was like, yes, you know what I'm saying? And this thing, you know what I'm saying? You don't goddamn it, you know what I'm talking about. And then look, her beauty done struck you. She was like, yeah, meet me at Crown Plaza. Crown Plaza? Yeah, I'm on my way, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, boom, 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 boom. You know, yeah, I'm up here at Crown Plaza. Yeah, what room you in? Shit, I'm in room 926. You ain't thinking nothing of it. Half of it, you know what I'm saying? Some people ain't never heard about it. Kenneka Jenkins. You done walked into a ritual room. Damn, Trey Gang, don't say that stuff because you going to give away all the devil secrets. I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm talking about? That's why those rooms is chosen. Because some of those rooms soundproof and everything. So you won't hear screams and all of this old stuff. Y'all don't be looking into this stuff. Y'all don't be looking into this stuff. I did. Why would Trey Gang, will even mentioning this lady here? Can't be on no clout chasing shit. Can't be no jealousy shit. Man, this lady ain't never bumped heads, never talking, never know what I'm talking about. What it could be possibly be. I wonder know why. And I hope she heard this shit. Cause I already know what it's gonna come back, you know what I'm saying? Following she'll if it happens, she'll make a video like, oh yeah, you gotta be careful of these people, guys. These people, they just ain't got nothing to do with their life. And, these people looking for contents and stuff like that. They gonna tell you all that old shit. Yeah, they'll say all that old shit. I don't need no content off this bitch. I know that much. I'm just here. Check it out. Hold on. Watch this. Look how many people that care about Kenneka in the chat. Look how many people that finna care about Kenneka in the chat. Watch this. King Ron, let's talk about I want to know why he mentioned Tara Reid. Y'all know who Tara Reid is? Do anybody know who Tara Reid is? That's finna be the big exposure in the game. Man, that's finna be the big exposure in the game to the Payal unit that's in the chat right now. Ooh, we. Watch this, y'all. Let's go to what I say I finna show y'all. Yeah, Kenneka Jenkins 2K. Hold on, y'all see what he looked like first, right? You see what he looked like first, right? Hold on, watch this. Let me screenshot this shit. No, I don't need to screenshot none of this shit. I ain't got enough storage for man, y'all see that nigga face? No wonder why I got a copyright strike. 'Cause they said, man, you can't share images of any kind of beast. Man, I'm like, oh, I ain't know that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I thought that nigga was like a frog species. He looked like a green ass frog, you know what I'm saying? With the, you know what I'm saying? They hop in the yard like, yep, same nose, same lips, eyes, and everything. You know what I'm talking about? Just look how he looked like and go to this. Boom. Let's go to, you see what he looked like? Why Trey ain't got the lie? Why would Trey Gang would have to lie about this? Hmm. Hmm. My point exactly. No, I'm for real, y'all. I got a copyright strike. Cause them folk told me, man, I can't share no wild beasts. Cause they said, it's criminal. They were like, it's a content you can't spook nobody or giving shocking details about a nigga cheekbone. Cause I'm looking at that nigga cheekbone. I'm like, yep, that nigga on some milf. That nigga jaw sucked in. I want to know, man, damn, you sucking the glass pipe too? Can't be on all of it, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, what you been on? You know, I've been on milf and everything. Everything. What's everything? Yeah, I got me a speedball. I got me a little crack pipe here, you know what I mean? I got some blows, some pills, some Valium, you know what I mean? And some Fred Flintstone vitamin pills too. And then look, watch this, y'all. Do I got the line? Check this out. King Rob don't got the line. King Rob don't even got the line. Ooh, wee. Check this out. This the cold part about it. I go back and forth with this. Kenneka Jenkins 2K. Why this? Check this out. Why this, y'all? Kenneka Jenkins 2K. You know what I'm talking about? 2K. Oh, yeah, the basketball game. In the game, right here with the t-shirt. Who authorized that? Wait a minute. Do I got the lie? Who authorized this? Nobody don't know who authorized this, right? Boy, watch what King Rob finna say about who authorized this shit. Let me skip a little bit of this. I want to go up in her in this range. In this range. Yeah, just in this range. And I want everybody to listen to this shit.
You think Chosen had him up on there? Hell no. He had him
Yeah.
up on there to help him push the same narrative. It's obviously not laying this casket. Great question. Oh, pause it, Marco. Pause it.
I gotta go back a little bit more. A little bit more. Let's talk about the video game. I know who made the video game. This the cold part about it. I know who made the video game and who was responsible for putting Kenneka Jenkins in the video game. And they got him on the phone. They got the same dude that put Kenneka Jenkins in the video game. They got this dude on the phone, bro. On the phone. You didn't know that? Man, you better know this shit. Look. You know, I won't be surprised because it's a lot of people don't know about none of this shit on the Kenneka Jenkins. Look. Look at this shit, bro. Look who posting it. Look. In the video game, bruh. In the video, and then you got to pay for this shirt. Look, if you was in the video game, when I told y'all, when I said, hey y'all, I play video games. I play video games. I like to play online video games. And I swear to God, ever since I got on that Kenneka Jenkins K, my name stand out in the video game, bro. Bro, I done ran into some gamers, bro. I ain't got to lie. They know who they is. I done ran into some gamers, bro. And when the gamers I ran into them, and I'ma say this like this real. They know I know they was involved, bro. They know this. I even had one come to me, bro, was like, man, you know what? And I should have recorded the game. I should have recorded. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I didn't know how to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do all this shit on the game. But now I do. And man, bro, I ain't got to lie to nobody, bro. Man, you got motherfuckers on here. Look, you got motherfuckers on here. You swear they a female because you see a female come in and be like, this a female. This damn near a nigga. hmm Watch this what King Rod said about the shirt. Let's play
It
this
makes
shit.
no sense. This makes no sense to me. At the funeral, somebody got a picture. So we have a picture now of Kenneka Jenkins in the casket. Anybody with eyes can see that's not Kenneka Jenkins laying in that casket. So who is that laying in that casket?
Pause it, Marco. Pause it right quick, Marco. Could put a one in the chat if all y'all can hear it. Okay, they said they could hear. Now I want y'all to pay attention. He came in the door talking about Teresa. He came in the door. It's a picture of that casket that automatically ain't no girl. He pushing chosen narrative in the door. Y'all finna figure out he with chose. And I ain't even listened to this shit in a long time. But he pushing the narrative in the door. He came right in the door going at Teresa because that's what y'all got to think about with this case. That's how y'all weed people out. You got to see who is Team Teresa and who is Team Barbara. That's all you got to do. Team Teresa and Team Barbara, and you'll figure it out. Let's get it, Marco.
Was outside of Antonia. Where's Kenneka Jenkins' body?
Where's the body?
No pause right there. Which is a great question, my brother. Which was a great question.
Oh, pause it, Marco. Pause it, Marco. Why would that be a great question? He wears Kenneka's body. Why would that be a great question? They pushing a narrative, y'all. They team just all the time. Just listen to this. Just think this when y'all listening to this shit, y'all. This how you become a professional slicer. Just think about this when y'all listening to it. That these people right here is Team Barbara. Go ahead, Marco. I'm finna run the crib and grab a couple of these chicken and waffles right quick so you can go and break it down a little bit. I'll be right back out, brother.
Set it up. I got it, bro.
All right, do your thing.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and play it, but y'all talk right there, man, which was a great question. All right. Where's Kenneka Jenkins' body? I've been hearing different things about somebody. Somebody was like, oh, we think they stole the organ. And I said, where the hell is Kenneka Jenkins' body? Is she ain't in his casket? Is this?
Hey, I hope y'all can hear me. And it seems like, do y'all think that Chosen would have had this guy Romeo up on his panel if Romeo would have had a different view than him? If Romeo would have been coming up there saying, oh, I believe Teresa and I don't believe Miss Barbara, do you think Chosen would have had him up on there? Hell no. He had him up on there to help him push the same narrative.
It's obviously not her laying this casket. Who is this in this motherfucking casket? So they had to get a body for that, right? But even outside of this Antonia Evans woman that's being placed inside this storyline now, they had to do something with Kenneka Jenkins' body to begin with, because she ain't in that casket. They had to do something with the body.
Well, we know that. If it wasn't in the casket, then that means it had to be somewhere else. Mr. Rocket Scientist.
Sorry, but I agree. I think they stole her organ. At this point, we don't have a body. We don't know what happened to Kenneka Jenkins. Ain't nobody say for sure where she's at, where she's buried at. Her body's gone. They destroyed it. That's the only thing that I can think of. Because that's obviously not her lying in the casket. That's not her, dog. That's not her. And as the black community,
Look, to make a long story short, look, Kenneka, they showed pictures of Kenneka in the freezer. That's Kenneka in the freezer with the zip tie around her neck. That's not another person. That's actually Kenneka. But on the video, that's not Kenneka. You see what I'm saying? That's not Kenneka. That's why they were like, they know Kenneka was cremated. Miss Teresa said Kenneka was cremated. Miss Teresa said, hey, that's where Kenneka went to the organ harvesting people. You heard this out of Miss Teresa's mouth. Then Miss Teresa and Jedediah went live a couple of months ago, and Jedediah was threatening to tell the world that, yeah, I remember Miss Teresa said she didn't even have all her organs. I'm like, whoa, 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 right? You see what I'm saying? So look, if I'm telling y'all, if you go to Selena Gomez, watch how they treat y'all. Let's go to Selena Gomez. Tell me, hold on. Matter of fact, I'm moving too fast. I'm moving too fast. I need to keep this going so I can expose who is on the phone with King Rob, the dude that's, you know what I'm saying, with the video game, right? Watch this. Play along.
We need to be talking about this.
This
We
some
need to be
wild
talking about
shit.
this. We need to be sharing this information on Facebook. We need to be sharing these videos. This is serious. They killing people. They killing people, and they about to get away with it.
Told you. They kill
This
people,
guy,
bruh.
this young fool said we need to be talking about this on Facebook. Black people, we need to get it together and just get the word out.
Ain't nobody gonna do it.
By the time he came along, he knew what we was doing.
They ain't gonna do it.
So why does this guy think he come just mysteriously dropping some Malcolm X type knowledge to everybody? He come right in telling us something that we all was already through at that time.
Right, right,
So
right.
why is it important for this guy to be interviewed by Chose?
Yeah. Well,
Why
right.
is it important for this guy right here to be interviewed by Chose?
Well, tell us, Marco.
These videos all over social
Y'all know him.
media.
Y'all got him on the phone.
It's cold. They about to get away with it. They about to get away with it. All right. Bet. Romeo. Man, I want to say, man, I appreciate you putting that up, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to raise awareness to what's going on, man, right in our state. Feel me? And
Peep the game. They on the phone with the dude. They all a part of it. But you can just say y'all all a part of it. And only thing they trying to do is expose Miss Teresa part. That's all. They trying to expose Miss Teresa part because Miss Teresa really exposed everything. When she said, I believe the hotel and Rosemont helped kill my child. When she said help kill the child, then you go back to the live videos and listen to the lies, the idiot version. People gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, y'all hit that like button, Jack. Man, y'all here, we almost at 100 right now. We doing real good. I appreciate that. We doing good, y'all. But let Trey Gang turn up a little notch. Just a little notch. If I did my research on her alone, alone, I ain't thinking about her. Why is it leading back to her? And then when I do my research on her alone, why it leading back to her? These two, right? All because of the Kenneka Jenkins case, bruh. If you don't got nothing to do with the Kenneka Jenkins case, I would have never looked into you or you. I'm looking for killers, suspects. Why you get pretty? That's all I'ma say, gang. That's why I'm so careful on this John. I'm so careful on this jump, bro. Cause check this out. Don't you know how many women came in my inbox look like this? Ooh, man, Trey Gang, I just love your sexy voice. Here's a picture of me. I'm like, ooh, this ain't a normal female will come to a man you never seen before. Talking, you know what I'm talking about? Some, ooh, I like your voice, and you know, no, know what I'm talking about. Here go a picture of me. Show me a picture of you, Trey Gang. I'm like, nah, I wanna, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna keep this voice shit going since you say you love my goddamn voice and shit, so looks don't matter. I show you a goddamn picture, goddamn it, you see the first thing you gonna do, you gonna drop your goddamn phone. Like, what the fuck? God damn. And then when you hear that voice, you soften your heart up like, damn, I love that nigga there. You know what I'm saying? Girl, fuck what that nigga look like. That nigga goddamn it mind makeup for every goddamn thing. And then look, yeah, you get another inbox. Hey Trey Gang, like, yeah, what's up, boo? Ah, nothing. I love you too. They coming back to back like, damn. Wait a minute. Where I come from, females ain't approaching no nigga. They ain't seen them, don't know nothing about no nigga. They sending them pictures like, yeah, like they finna seduce me. Like, yeah, let me show you a picture. This me. I'm like, oh my God. Let me drool over your tits. Oh, you got some perfect tits. Oh, your lips. Oh my God, you so. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm dying to meet you now. You know what I'm saying? And no, you ain't even do me like that. Hell no. Hell no. Cause if I were Adam back in, you know what I'm saying, when God created, you know what I'm saying, and him, you know, when he created Eve, goddamn, when Eve would have came in, they said it was an apple. If Eve would have came in like, hey Trey Gang, you want this apple? I'm like, hell no, I don't want none of that shit, man. God said we can't eat that shit. You better not eat it neither, bitch. You know what I'm about. Oh yeah, yeah. Who gave you the apple? Before God asked you, you know what I'm saying? I might have to, man, where you get that apple from? Who you been rapping with? You know what I'm talking about? Cause you know you ain't got phones. You can't go in the phone back then. The Adam and Eve. You can't go back in the phone. You gotta trace all the fig leaves on the ground and shit. Like damn, nigga been creeping over here. He done stepped on all the twigs. You know, broke all the twigs. It's like a nigga walking in your yard. You know how like the old folk. You know what I'm saying? Know when you been walking in because you leave footprints in that job. Especially when you got the good grass. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, gang. I'm just being 100. I'm just keeping it real. But let me get back to this. I'm glad I'm not a super freak. I'm glad I'm not one of those YouTubers that be like, oh my God, you dropped dead gorgeous. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I know I look like the beast, but I can decline the goddamn, Yeah, you know, talk about the DD type of chick when they know you got money, they want to come in and be like, hey, Trey, I like your car. I see you keep them clean and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, them some tens. You know what I'm saying? I just keep them clean, though. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah. And then they shaking their jukes. You know, they going to shake these junk. They going to make sure these junk oiled up. And then they going to have their lip gloss. You know what I'm saying? This how they going to be trying to come to you. You know what I'm talking about? Be like, yeah, they ain't studying if you got a girl or nothing. Cause they be like, I don't give a fuck about you got a girl. As long as you just coming on something. I just want to sit in your ride, look cute in it. You could take me to a fine restaurant and feed me a steak. Wait a minute, a steak, bitch? I thought you was a vegan. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the body like, wait a minute, you got to be a little vegan now, cause this didn't come from beans. This didn't come from broccoli. This shit came from jelly packs. Like, yeah, give me a two double D. You know what I'm talking about? You got a whole silicone package deal. Yeah, look, did you know that you can get double D titties and two cheeks come with it? It's like, damn, you mean tell me if I get my titty done and you give me a discount on the booty cheeks? Yeah, we give you a discount on the booty cheeks. And then look, and then they gonna fuck your body up. Cause look at her body. It it it, it look fine to the average nigga, but when you realize like, oh yeah, a lot of plastic surgery going on now. Mm-mm. I'm straight on that, John. Cause I messed with a girl. She had implants and her booty done. It had a bad shape, but but when we did our thing, I'm talking about the titties didn't shake. The ass, man, when I'm look from the backside trying to smash that junk, the booty didn't jiggle. Normally you have waves rippling in the cheeks. When she smashed them junk like clow, like waterway, the waterway like clow 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 clow. You know what I'm talking about? Shit like that, right? None of that. None of that. Every time I hit the cheeks, man, the M4, the impact come out. I gotta come out there, jump like that. The fuck, man, it's like hitting a ball, like a beach ball. Like this shit ain't going right. You crude now, but nah, I can't do nothing with the body now. I stick with Kwee because Kwee got this same goddamn body. And she got this motherfucker from cornbread, and she cornbread fed. Cornbread fed like a motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about? And then when she come around, she gonna be like, "Hey y'all," like, "Well, damn, what's up, quick?" And everybody chasing her ass, and nobody can't smash. Nobody can't smash. That's the only broad that's in the neighborhood that nobody want able to smash. And if you lucky, goddamn it, you know what I'm talking about. And if she lets you smash. She done chose you, and you finna be there for a while. Y'all gonna be in a relationship about a couple of years till she get through fed up with your shit. Like, yeah, I'm sick of taking care of his ass. He just don't know. You know what I'm talking about? I could have had millionaires walking in this house, took me out the hood, but I chose your sorry ass. You know what I'm talking about? Gave you the benefit of the doubt. That's why nigga be committing suicide. Suicide rate go up. You know what I'm talking about? Cause they all been misled and shit. Just imagine you at the store, talking about that she and you just cash your check. Man, you done cash your check at Popeye's Chicken, right? Y'all both at the check catching place and you see her and she be like, damn, you know what I'm talking about? And he trying to how I'm gonna take him out of little check and shit. You still got your Wendy's outfit on with flour on it, you know what I'm talking about? 'Cause back in the day, goddamn it, shit, this how we was catching that check real fast. Man, look, soon when the boss man hand us our check, yeah, man, look, I gotta take a 15-minute right quick. Man, I'm running. Man, I done beat Jesse on record going to the check cashing place, cash my goddamn check. Dope man on the way. I'll be there in a minute, Mr. Trey Gang. And finna pull up. Presidential style, you know what I'm talking about, man? I was like, ooh, wee, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but anyway, let me get back to the tea. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get back to the goddamn tea. Can I get 100 likes right now? You know what I'm talking about? We close to it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, she built crazy though. Don't get me wrong now. Now she got a body. She got that body. You know what I'm saying? Little thin waist, little hips. You know what I'm saying? She a cutie pie now. You know what I'm talking about? She's a cutie pie. You know what I'm talking about? But but if you try to squeeze those titties, just imagine palming a goddamn NBA basketball. Man, bro. That's how hard them Johns is, bro. I felt real implants. Them Johns real hard. Them Johns so hard, bro. I'm like, no, you know what I'm saying? Them Johns too pumped. Like, it's two kind though. The hard Johns and you got the ones, the soft Johns. But it's like squeezing a balloon. with low pressure in it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you squeeze a balloon, just say like you squeeze that motherfucker come out like a hot dog. Like damn, bitch, you need some more air in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Who is your doctor, like? Shit, I'm trying to see who the doctor, cause he need to be drug tested, and he might fabricate his goddamn degrees and shit. Cause shit, you need to look at his degree. You might find out misspellings and shit. He might get that body right. You know, be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I look good now, don't I? And then a couple of years later, you like, damn, my BBL stink, cause you know those BBL, them motherfuckers get old, cause you know them motherfuckers got a experiment plan on them Johns. You know what I'm about? I know. Shit, the life that I'm living right now, goddamn it, shit, I know about a lot of implants. Shit, cause just imagine you, man, you leaving the shade joint one night and you know what I'm like, can I go home with you? Like, I'm like, man, I don't know you, you know what I mean? But shit, I like the vibe though, you know what I mean? And then she had a prove a point, you know what I mean? I had to send private investigator, make sure she ain't the setup queen. And this thing, you know, they like, yeah, she legit. And then I was like, yeah, they already gave me a medical reports, and they were like, yup. She half woman and half plastic. I said, damn, half plastic? What you mean by that, doc? You know what I'm talking about? And he was like, yup, half woman, half plastic. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, golly. And then, you know what I'm saying, when I was like, damn, ain't nothing shaking on the body. Everything stiff. That's just like having Botox in the cheeks and the bitch just still smiling. When she talk to you, she still smiling, the same smile. Looking like Jim Carrey and shit. Fire Marshal Chief and shit. Like, damn, bitch, you know, you ain't got no other facial expression. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh my God. Bitches are demons around that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what you might be jumping in the bed with. That's all I'm just saying. Don't let this shit fool you, man. You might wake up in the morning and this thing, you know, the wish wig will fall out. And you will find out like, damn, I thought your name was Quick. Coming to find out this motherfucker named Devin Jenkins. Man, you might need let me see some ID right quick. You know what I'm talking about? Look at the ID, be like, damn. And you find out, like, damn, this motherfucker ID said your name Richard Jones. Where the fuck, goddamn it, Melanie King come from? You know what I'm talking about? You know, you'd be thinking like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, gang, this for real. This real life. I know I'm cracking jokes, but I'm keeping it real at the same time. That's all. Technology, check this out. Them goddamn what they call them LGB people, you know what I'm saying? They cutting the atom apples now. They were like, yeah, they gotta cut them atom apples, shade that junk down. They hip to that doc. So you think about the butt cheeks, man, look, they like, yeah, shade that atom apples off and shade some of that neck off too, you know what I'm saying? And always admire those shoulders, you know, because you could tell a woman by the shoulders, the hips, the way they walk, you know what I'm saying? You can always identify that shit. It's just them niggas that don't want to see that shit because they'll be stunned by beauty. Just like one night, I ain't even gonna lie, gang. I'm gonna be real. One night, I was just on my phone scrolling this shit, just scrolling. And I seen the motherfucker on her doing a makeup tutorial. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Didn't think nothing of it. I ain't even know that was a goddamn boy. Cause I done subscribed to the channel. I ain't know there was a trans dude. But the trans dude got the surgeon titty, the nose, the chin, the neck, the atom. It's man, if I show you that channel right now, you'll be like, damn, I thought there was a female. And I subscribed to that junk. What gave it a dead giveaway? I woke up one morning, I'm getting on my feed from Gay Dead website. Hey, have you ever want to meet a trans girl? log onto this website. I'm like, trans, what the fuck going on? Why I'm getting this trans shit? I'm not a boy Damon, you know what I'm talking about? I'm getting all trans shit. Couldn't even figure it out. And it was like promoting the trans. And then y'all know I always talk about Thunder Booty, you know what I'm saying? I guess the algorithm, whatever, these people like, yeah, he like talk about little gay shit, Thunder Booty, let's hype them up because he got to be gay type shit and try to no, man, what the hell? Like that dog. But let me get back to the team. Man, I swear I want all the smoke. Trey ain't just gonna keep it real. With this image alone, with these two on there, bro. These two Kendra and her. Trey Gang peep out the game and Trey Gang gonna tell y'all straight up like this here. You don't got to believe me. I did my research. I ain't gaining none from this by exposing her and exposing her. I'm not gaining nothing out of this. You see what I'm saying? This just to let you know I'm real about what I figured out and what I found out. Man, y'all be surprised, like, damn, Trey Gang, that's how you know so much. Man, I respect your hustle. Boy, you 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 did your thing on this one. Cause look, once you see these two faces together and you go on her channel, this was 4 years ago. This when she first launched her channel. Check this out. Why did? If you go on her channel, go to videos and go to the oldest. Once you go to the oldest, boom, check it out. Then you get Kendra G on the next video. You see what I'm saying? And then boom. Then look, this how they finna promote it. So you gonna have her following like, yeah, give me some more advice about relationships and all of this stuff. Cause that's what people, they what female men, you know what I'm saying, like a talk show dating game. People like that type shit. So guess what? Give the people what they like. Let's talk about dating and all this. And this disguise her and be like, yeah, cause we killing over here. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And I'm telling y'all, what I will be gaining out of this. I ain't got no beef with this lady. I ain't got no beef with this lady. I don't even know this lady, bro. Only thing when I know, man, when it look 100 body, check this out. Watch how she finna. Watch how she went to her country. Watch it. Watch this. She went from dating. This to throw everybody out to dating and to talk about this. Watch this. Let's go to the newest video. Watch how the narrative finna change. Boom. Let's talk about the wars. Ooh, look, no more relationships. It's all about she know, bruh. Look at this shit. Look, look, in your face. All right, let's go back to King Rob.
The smallest voice becomes a big voice in a situation like this, man. So I kind of, so when you said they had to do something with Kenneka's body, you know what I'm saying? Right. 'Cause when you first looked at it, how long did it take you to realize that it's not her? That was immediate. I Googled the picture, and there was a picture of Kenneka Jenkins, or this guy just said he knew it immediately as soon as he looked at the picture. And then he said he Googled it. If you knew as soon as he looked at the picture, what was the reason for Googling it? And did he really mean when he immediately looked at the picture, he was looking at something from Chosen King's page? Could that possibly be what this guy's talking about?
basically he's saying he don't believe he was there and he got his information from trolls. That's basically what he just said.
Kenneka Wallace, and there was a picture of Antonia, or the person who was supposed to be Kenneka Jenkins, in the casket, and immediately I knew. I looked and I said, that's not her in that casket. It can't be her in that casket. It does not look like her. And so I immediately knew. I said, oh, we're dealing with a murder of two separate individuals. You know, this is bigger than just one person who got killed.
If there wasn't Kenneka in that casket, and if there wasn't the Kenneka they pulled out the freezer, but that's her in the photos, they're just like, if I got a photo of a murder that happened before September the 9th, but I still have this photo. Miss Teresa want to run her motherfucking mouth? Guess what I'm finna do? The same people that was at the party come back up here. Once they come back up here, guess what they finna do? That photo they already got saved, they finna follow the script. Boom! So when Miss Teresa come back up there at that hotel, this how they tricked her. Boom! Cause when she came back up there, she knew that everybody that was in the room didn't even fuck with her no more. Not T.Y., Tanasia, Irene, Monifa, nobody fuck with Miss Teresa. You will never see Miss Teresa in the picture with Monifa, Irene, even Bree Bree, talking about some, yeah, I love you, Mother Teresa. You'll never see that. I want to know why. I really want to know why. Check this out now. Let's get back to this video. 2K Kenneka Jigga t-shirt, and guess who they on the phone with? Do that make sense? You know the dude that's on the phone, and he the one is involved in the video game that put.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why do you think so many mouths are closed concerning this issue? Why do you think so many people are quiet?
They're quiet because they're probably a part of the same operation that he was a part of. So just as well as their job was to be quiet, his job was to not be quiet and make stir the people to a certain narrative like he was doing. But while he's talking about everybody on one side being quiet, it's the same thing like he always been saying. Look to the right, look to the left. One side over there being quiet, you got the other side over here all on YouTube making a whole bunch of noise.
Playing the whole issue, man. Fear. I believe that people are scared of what could happen to them if they talk about it. They don't know how powerful these people are. They don't know what type of organizations they're a part of. The only reason I've chosen to speak about it is simply because nobody was talking about it, and I have no fear of losing my life. No one can take my life from me. I'm a part of one of the...
That's the same thing Chosen said until he came to Chicago. He had no fear of losing his life until he came to Chicago. Until me and Rob got on his bitch ass. All the fear came up out on. That's why scary ass this fucking called the police on Rob on live. You stupid son of a bitch. When would you learn that we don't give a fuck about no police, you punk motherfucker?
Organizations that the girl alleged that these people are a part of. I'm a part of the Moors. And like, if anybody knows anything about the Moors, we fear no man. And so nobody can take my life from me. And beyond that, outside of that, I just won't fear for my life from anybody. And justice is justice. If something is wrong, then it's wrong. You know, we for so long, the black community has had to deal with losing our people to experiment.
No, the black community haven't been experienced losing our people sell out motherfuckers like Chosen.
Exactly. I'm back, bro, too. You been breaking it
Remember
down?
when I was remember when I was saying, bro, that we gotta start watching these motherfuckers that move in our community, moving next door, motherfuckers like Chosen. That's what he basically saying.
Exactly. You see how he came, didn't he? He came in the door talking about, did he get to that part where he was talking about, like, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you, the Mason and shit? But my thing was this here about Chosen. All the shit you hated about Mason is all that. Why would you bring a Mason on the channel? That was my thing right there. Why would you bring a Mason on the channel, then I come back and say, Chosen, let's slice this nigga. This one of their best talkers, I'm telling you. They send one of their best talkers, but all the time, Chosen brought that nigga to come in and push the narrative more towards Teresa and them and act like, okay, we got a certified Mason right here that's giving everything up. You know what I'm saying? To push his narrative a little bit. Get your dumb ass on. We see everything you do, you stupid bitch.
Yeah, yeah. He came right in the door basically as a Chosen junior.
Exactly, came right in the door. That's why when we told Chosen let's slice his ass, and he heard me yelling on that thing that day and was like, and what's the name? Romeo ass getting it too. We gonna slice him too. And when the next day Chosen, that's why we got off the phone. I'm like, when we got off the live, I'm like, Chosen, come on, let's slice this motherfucker. He like, oh man, Rob, all right, fuck it, we finna slice him. Remember, he like, don't call him Marco. We called the nigga on the three-way. Man, we had to be on the phone with damn near an hour and a half, probably 2 hours with this motherfucker. We thinking Chosen finna slice him. Next thing I know, these motherfuckers talking about video games and shit. Just like they know each other and shit.
You know what, though, Rob? Bro, you know what you just out, bro? And we not even realizing it. What was him and Romeo? I remember. What you just said they was on the phone talking about?
Talking about video games. The same shit the missing dude who got killed, the video game shit. Same thing, what's her name got in the Queen panel with the same shit. What's her name jumped in her panel with strong, I mean not strong, J all day. They remember that motherfucking gamer dude jumped up on her shit, that game shit. He was talking about that him and Chosen was talking about video games.
My point.
Exactly. Go ahead, bro.
Bro,
Sex slaves, you know, our people have been taken.
just like I just showed y'all, if I did my research and I found out, like, damn, I see why they got him on the phone because they was all a part of it. He was just willing to give out a little light on the Kenneka Jigga case. Check this out. It's like this here. I'm giving you light right now, right? I'm showing the world this. Like, man, look, this Kenneka Jigga case is so real that if you go back to Trade Game content, man, I swear to God, watch this. If you go back to my content, right? Check this out. In my live videos, go back to the oldest one. This, look, live Kenneka Jenkins, I know what's up. Look, Kenneka Jenkins, everybody live. This when, look, this was after the MTV came out. Look at this. I was just dropping video. I just want y'all to see a comparison. Just to show y'all, man, this why Trey Gang was a threat, bro. Look, I'm going over this. I'm like, look, I hate that MTV documentary. And that shit, and I told the world, and that shit, look, I said, man, I'm gonna dedicate my soul to find out. And if I find out, I'm gonna let y'all know. Look, when I did it, I went live. Look, 6 years, 6 years, Trey Game production live. That's when I had the camera, and that's when I get the letter. Right here. That's when I get the letter. Now, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8 video, this when I got the live and I said, look, y'all, Can y'all please get Miss Teresa in here? The security sent me a letter. That drove everybody crazy. Look, watch this. I got 70,000 on the letter. This the crazy part about it. I'm the only person that watched the footage and actually understanding it, but not to the full potential. I'm understanding that I'm finally realizing like, okay, Kenneka was snatching the elevator, yeah, and she was snatched by the dudes in all black. With them her cousin, her family members then. Alright. Where they take her? To another floor. Who was up there? A bunch of trans. Still back connected to Miss Teresa, cause that's who booked the room. Trans people, right? Hold up. When I got the letter, this is to show the world this right here. This this for the ones that gave up on Trey Game. I just want you to remember this, the one that gave up on Trey Game. Remember this video? Breaking news? That's probably why you subscribe. See this video? Boom, boom, boom. They all on camera. 52. Look, I was getting 10,000 views. Watch this how YouTube was like, look, how about if you break news and you got 52,000 views that same day and it just stopped? It just stopped. Boom. Man, Trey Gang got 10. Look, man, how many people that been following me when I first had that letter, right? And were breaking that shit down? Somebody give me a number, how many people that was in the chat? I had thousands of people in the chat. Hold up. Boom, 50. So I'm like, I'm on the road now. So this is what this looks like. I'm like, damn, I got footage. I got all the footage and all the paperwork. When he sent the letter, I'm like, damn, everything makes sense now. Everybody in the chat like, oh, it makes sense. At that time, I didn't know I was getting bamboozled. Now look, if you go to him, that's why I got him on the thumbnail. Cause if you go find out who he is, look, this dude is related to Carl Nesbitt. He got killed right after the shit by a stud. A stud, and Carl Nesbitt was saying he gonna kill the stud that killed his son. So look, a week later, they killed the stud. At this time, I ain't putting all this Miss Teresa shit together. Cause I'm like, damn, what puzzled me the most, I'm like, if I got a letter from a security guard, that's big. You got an employee reaching out to you, and you mean to tell me Miss Teresa never tried to contact me, but her family member was contacting me like, Trey Gang, you on the right path. Cause at this time, I'm accusing the hotel staff. Now it's going Miss Teresa their way, cause you showing the hotel involvement. And the whole time you showing the family member involvement as well. Now one of these motherfuckers is innocent, right? So look, so when I start breaking it down, look at the views. The numbers don't lie, right? They really do. They really do. Cause look, when I got the letter, this how I know so much shit. If you know who he is, you would be like, damn. He fucked with an employee that's related to Risco. And he related, guess who he related to? Watch this. This crazy. This is like crazy to me that look, hold on, Marco. Look who he related to. He related to him. So do y'all see the pattern like that? That's why he had to come out on the Kenneka Jenkins case. Boom. When he coming out on Kenneka Jenkins cases, these people know the truth. That's why they were trying to break down this video. Yeah, that's the real Kenneka right there. She getting choked out and all that. But actuality, that even not even a Kenneka. That's her cousin. They look just like her to do a reenactment. hmm And then look, if you really look, Miss Teresa been knowing Kenneka was already dead before September the 9th. Do this make sense that TY will have a video of Kenneka cousin doing the reenactment when they actually killed Kenneka with her mama? I mean, not her mama, but her auntie. That's the crazy part about it. Teresa is not Kenneka Jenkins' mother, bruh. That's her brother kids. That's her brother kids. That's her brother kids, bruh. Look, look. Same thing Straight Drop was doing. Do y'all remember this video? I said, y'all, why he would make a video like this and go live, right? Check this out. Look, right here. He finna explain everybody how he finna get to the kitchen. Where is it? Right here. Now watch this. Ain't this the same video that Trey Gang was trying to show the world? Like, look, y'all remember Straight Drop video? Where that John at? Where my video where when Straight Drop went to the kitchen? Right here. Here you go, right here. Look at the same pattern. Check this out. Same pattern, bro. Right here. See that? That Straight Drop, a YouTuber. A fucking YouTuber that was on the Kenneka Jenkins case. You got this YouTuber right here. Watch how he finna say he finna go that way. The whole purpose of this video, he finna act like he finna go this way and walk this way with Straight Drop it, but pan the camera around and act like, yeah, since he walked this way, he in the kitchen, and the whole time he done walk back this way and have everybody thinking this kitchen is over here. Look, this some crazy shit. I'm from the hood. Man, look, if I was locked up right now and doing time and I'm in the dorm and this nigga come in on the Kenneka Jenkins case, you don't think he finna get dealt with, bro? Man, dude finna get dealt with. All because I'm like, man, I know you had something to do with it. You can't come to me and be like, man, I don't know nothing. How the fuck you don't know nothing? You know the whole layout, the narrative that you put out, you got something to hide. Man, look, it's over with. You finna get dealt with, bruh. And then look at the game. Watch this. Watch this. Check the game out. Watch this.
Can't be.
Check this out. Watch this.
And I apologize for the shutdown on the last one, but y'all see I came right back. I'm gonna just wait a couple minutes and let a couple people come in. But while we waiting, this what y'all see up on the screen is from that time when we went into Crown Plaza. Now we already pointed out, we already went over the other day how we pointed out that what they telling us
can't be true. There's no way it can be true. That's when, you know, we went. See, let me show y'all something. All right. That's me holding the camera. Now, I'm facing that way.
Ooh, this finna expose
Directly
him.
behind me is
Mm-hmm.
a set of double doors. Directly behind me. Some of y'all can recall. Remember when we walked down that hallway, you know, and all that. Now, where I'm standing at.
That's why they able to go back to the Crown Plaza. Ain't this a dead giveaway right here, y'all? Honestly, is this a dead giveaway if you claiming you don't know what happened to Kenneka, but it sounds like that you know the whole staff members, employee for you to walk down here. Let you walk down here, film record so you can go back home and say, hey, I went in the kitchen today, y'all. Oh, you did? Ooh, we need to see that. Boom. And the whole time, he works security. And he a police officer.
Right now is directly, but like I said, the double door is directly behind me.
Told you
So,
I did.
from what they showed us, her entering the kitchen was through the doors that's directly behind me. From where y'all looking at now, that's directly behind me. So, if she would have came in those doors that they told us she went in, she would have went this way.
Right?
But instead
of what? Instead what, man? Keep talking. Instead what? She walking this way, but instead what? I heard crickets. I heard crickets now.
See?
Watch this.
Clearly see.
That's his video.
That way.
Same shit Straight Drop did.
I was shocked when I turned around and saw like really where we was at.
Where we was at? Where you was at?
We just knew that once I looked through them doors, I said, all right, it's a kitchen right here.
It's
we
a
didn't
kitchen.
know like what part we was gonna end up in.
Look, he went through the double door. Watch this.
Let me start it over again.
Look, watch this. He finna walk through the double door. Boom. Past the kitchen. He finna act like he finna walk down here. Watch this. Camera finna turn around. Watch this. Boom! Turn around and go back in that kitchen.
See, like when I hit that corner, y'all can see when I hit that corner, I'm like, damn.
That's the kitchen?
Where we at?
That's the kitchen? That kitchen right there, look. Turn around and went back into that kitchen. Let's see this video then. Yeah, right there, look.
It's crazy, man. Like,
What y'all was looking for, did anybody think, like, let me go down to the basement? Or y'all like, fuck it, we don't got access to that?
man, we ain't know
Exactly.
Like that. I thought the first floor, shit. Yeah, we ain't no basement, some shit. Yeah, I ain't know no basement. It's our first time in that motherfucker. We was just walking around it, and the back part, like, okay, once you go back towards like the kitchen, like, okay, everybody know how a hotel.
And then once you find out, was like, well, wait a minute. This ain't even the kitchen. It's a part of the kitchen, but this where the freezer's at, and this where our office at. Who back here?
How they had a chair set up on the table. If it's the weekend, it's like it's over with. You know, like it's closed. They don't like the restaurants don't be open. It's the weekend, so it's like
What? In front of the office? But watch what he finna tell you though.
I was like, damn, look where we at.
Ooh, over with.
So bam.
Boom.
Now, I'm gonna pause it right there.
Cause that's what everybody believe. That we saw her in that kitchen. Cause the camera right there caught her, went that way. Yep, so you sure in the right kitchen. Yeah, you in the right kitchen, but on the wrong fucking side of it. Sound like they protecting who? Who they would be protecting?
Like it was nighttime and then it was closed. So walking back there, you get like a creepy little sense of vibe. Even the
I
toughest
will
guy, you
too.
gonna get like you're not finna just wander off into these people hotel. That's
Hell
off limits.
no.
Right, like some
Yeah, like what he said. Yeah, he said he snuck in the motherfucker.
Like really where we was at. Cause we ain't had no clue. We just knew that once I looked through the
Man,
door,
people fall for anything, bro.
We didn't know like what part we was gonna end up in.
Yeah. Cause you walk down that hallway, and then one turnaround, that U-turn you did exposed everything. Got something to hide. You expose yourself. Look, that's why it's so blurry. He's doing the same shit Straight Drop doing. Look,
You know
look.
what I'm saying? It's like who finna go all the way back there, which put me in the master.
Same shit.
How would she go back there? You know what I'm saying? The same route that you get to that kitchen is the same route as the exit. The exit you go to your cars.
Right.
It's the same route. It's the same way.
Wow,
You know
look who office that is.
Take that exit.
And that's the same person that found Kenneka in the freezer? Really though? Sound like some bullshit. But hold on, let's get back to this. This what they all know. Matter of fact, let's go to Teresa Martin interview.
You do believe it was your daughter in the video?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe they're saying
That's fucked up. Cause that just let you know. You said that. Look, this how you know. If you agreed that was your daughter, and you know that's not your daughter, that's your brother daughter, and you agreed to her, this the fucked up part about it. You'd agreed to your cousin playing Kenneka role, Kenneka cousin playing her role, walking towards the freezer, and you agreed to that knowing that's not her, I wouldn't give you shit. I see why she would be mad. You already said that was your daughter, so you can't just tell the world like, nah, I don't think that was my daughter, cause you know what I'm saying. You can't even say that, cause if you say that, you got to tell the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Hey y'all, this what's going on. I'm an Eastern Star. I was believing in Satan. You know, I joined the organization, and I done live a horrible life. I done set half of my family members up. You know what I'm saying? She could actually write a book about her life, bro. She could actually write a book. She could actually come out and tell the world, be like, man, damn. We will accept the truth. If it come out her mouth, she'll tell it. Look, Miss Teresa would never tell you nothing if your mind is not prepared for the truth. Look, check this out. You might well just go back to this shit. Look, watch this. Watch how Miss Teresa, all these Eastern stars, she know what happened to her daughter. I mean, her niece. She know what happened to her niece. She know what happened to the rest of their family member. She done did some shit in her family. Matter of fact, watch this. You want me to reveal a news anchor? All right, let's go to this shit. Kenneka Jenkins funeral. Watch this. This shit is so crazy to me, bro. And I'm like, man, it's so much truth that's still revealing, and nobody don't even want it. Nobody don't even want it. It's like everybody want conspiracy, bro. If you get your mind out of conspiracy mode, what that video with nigga jigga, I don't want to see that. I'm finna expose a news anchor and her mama. And this don't make this was getting it to me. Cause I'm like, damn, I'm really proving this shit. Like I'm proving it. And I'm showing the world like, damn, look, see that? Everybody like, yeah, we see it, Trey Gang, and then fall back to the bullshit. Like, Like I don't know. Well, I do understand now because you love conspiracy theory. If you love conspiracy theory just like I do, you know, because I used to love conspiracy theory because it's just something about conspiracy theory trying to find out, but the narrative have you so, you know what I'm saying. But once you really know how the world really works, ain't no such thing, no conspiracy theory. Ain't no motherfucking such thing, no conspiracy theory, bruh. Ain't no such thing conspiracy theory. Ain't no such thing a murder happened and nobody can't figure it out. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing, bro. That's just like, look, even Jedediah said, look, this the crazy part about the man said Kenneka Jenkins organs was sold. The man said this shit out his own mouth. I said it out my mouth. Even Liver Norris said, yeah, you know the hotel known for you selling, you know what. Why everybody can't make their mind up like, well, I don't know if her organ was sold or not. Why you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. This is like, you know, your son got shot and the police was like, nah, your son didn't get shot. He just got hit in the head with a hammer. But it was bullet wounds. Nah, there wasn't just one no bullet wounds, you know what I'm saying? Nah, don't worry about that, you know what I'm saying, man. Man, you got to be out your goddamn mind, bruh. Look, the man said her organ was missing. All right. Let me find that one YouTube channel with the funeral on it. Right here. Now let me go to this video and show y'all this shit right here. Watch this. Let me see how serious people finna take this tea. Hold up. I'm finna go straight to the funeral. I'm finna show you how they work together, bro. You ain't even got to be a part of the murder. These people got a platform for you, bro. And you want to know why the news always, man, bro, we so weak-minded, bro. Man, I swear to God, we so weak-minded, bro. We'll take conspiracy over the truth. I'm a living witness to that. Because look what's going on with the Kenneka Jenkins case. Man, look. Man, they done screwed the case up so bad that you look, look. Hold up. We getting close to it. Hold up, watch this. Hold up, watch this. Watch who I'm finna expose. Who is this lady?
Jenkins. We're here at the House of Hope. Now, the wake doesn't even start till 11. The funeral starts at 12. Candace, tell us who you are. I am Candy Conda. I am a Hall of Famer, African-American Hall of Famer. Here from Chicago. I have a young daughter, which is not young anymore. She's millennial. And this story really touched me.
And her daughter worked for the news people. Her daughter, guess who her daughter that worked for the news people? Let me wipe
Do you
this.
mind telling us who your daughter is? My daughter's Demi Lobo. Used to work on WGCI for 5 years now. She is a celebrity DJ in Hollywood. And she was coming here next week.
What? Pie y'all. I ain't got to say no motherfucking more. Hold up. Wait a minute. She said who her daughter worked for?
Do you mind telling us who your daughter is? My daughter's Demi Lobo. Used to work on WGCI for 5 years now. She is
Woo, what?
not young anymore. She's millennial. And this story really touched me. Do you mind telling us who your daughter is? My daughter's Demi Lobo. Used to work on WGCI for 5 years.
Woo. Let's go to that. E-M-I Demi Lobo. Nah, not this one. Nah, not her. Lobo. Chicago, Illinois. Hold on, where's she at? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sky. And we have all of the names in here. First possible, big jump ticket. Woo! How many tickets you guys giving away?
Years now, she is a celebrity DJ in Hollywood, and she was coming here next week, hopefully, as well. But, you know, I've been around young girls. I mean, my daughter was a basketball player here in Chicago, and, you know, I was that mom that actually got up every morning and rounded up all the girls, took them to basketball. I've always been a community mom, and then when my daughter got, you know, was on WGCI, still, you know, I was with her all the time, every single day. So when this hit me, it hit me really hard. It was kind of like this was just another, you know, one of the young girls that, you know, were in my circle, even though I didn't. So early on, you know, I started to, you know, seek out the mom, and, you know, I put together like we have like a little celebrity group of moms, and, you know, reached out to them and said, hey, we need to do a benefit concert. You know, if she doesn't have enough money, are you guys in? And they jumped up and said, hey, we're in. So I went up to Rosemont one night to meet her, Teresa, and said, look, if you guys do not have enough money,
What?
you know, I have a group of moms that, you know, will help, you know, to provide for the funeral. She thanked me very much. And then I went out a couple of other days to the protest in Rosemont.
And that's right. You did tell me that you were out there protesting. What is your belief about the death of Teresa?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, I want to echo what the bishop just said. So let me tell you guys something. I went to Rosemont one day and I walked through the hotel because I knew as who I was that I could walk through and they weren't going to stop me. They weren't.
Whoa, you can walk through there and they ain't gonna stop you. You got that much power? I believe them. And then look. Don't they all look alike? Is this her daughter? Don't they all look alike? Man, this got to be. If you don't see this shit, I'm an Eastern Star. Yeah, I'm an Eastern Star. I'm an Eastern Star. Hold up. I got my third degree masonry.
You're going through a difficult time.
I got my third degree too. All masons. Yeah. All masons. Look. Don't they all look alike? Man, y'all ain't hearing me on this shit. But look, y'all. Man, y'all get those lights up, bro. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I ain't even gonna say nothing. All I'ma just do is I'ma just show y'all this. Everything that I put out, nobody can never debunk Trey Gang. They could talk bad about me. They could say this and say that about me. But you cannot debunk none of this shit that I'm putting out. Yeah. And this is a factual, Jack. Look.
Stopping a lot of people, but I knew they were going to stop me. I stopped there. I stopped at the bar, had a coke, chit-chatted it up, and it took everything I had not to get in that elevator that day. And everybody that was following me live was like, yeah, get in the elevator. I'm like, yeah, well, y'all are in South Carolina and all these other places, and I'm not going to, you know, do that. But I do know this.
I'm glad that she mentioned South Carolina. Because when she mentioned South Carolina, guess who they'll be related to? From South Carolina. Watch this. Look. Look, watch this, y'all. Straight drop. This straight drop. This straight drop, they were married. This straight drop, they was married. And guess who? Look. Everybody know who Straight Drop Girl is. Boy, 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 boy. Ain't this finna get interesting? Hold on. The shit that I found out? Oh, man, come here. Get your ass over here. Because I got to go to King Rob for this, John. I got to go to King Rob for this, John. When you go to King Rob, right? Look, watch this, y'all. I'm going to hit that play button. You know what I'm saying? Watch this. I can go to this King Rob. When he go to this Patrick Brown, right? Hold on. Video. Let's go to the video. And I just want, to show y'all, yeah, they are related, right? Yeah, they are related. It's mighty fucked up that you like, damn, these people is related. Look, look, watch this. Look, I ain't got to say, I ain't putting pictures together. I'm not putting no picture together. I'm like, oh yeah, they look alike. Man, if I put this shit together, bro, I'm letting you know it's evidence. Not one YouTuber called me out on this shit. Name one YouTuber called me out. Man, he lying. This is not my family. Now one of them. But they'll talk about every other goddamn thing, yo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look. Let's go to Straight Drop Girlfriend. This Straight Drop Girlfriend right here. Then he's showing y'all who the filers is. Look at this shit. Watch this. Let's go to his girlfriend. Look, if you look at this picture right here, I'm gonna show you who all Straight Drop related to. There go his girlfriend. Ooh, Trey Gang, you done did it. Trey Gang, you done did it. What you said? What you mean, Trey Gang? Man, you done did. Look.
Who thinks they're gonna win? Of course, we are. Who thinks they don't ever win? They're probably not gonna win. That's me too. I'll never win. This may be your big day. Can you reach in there?
Look, bro. Once you put her with this, and then look, watch this. Let's see how free Eastern Stars work. Dorothy Brown, Chicago judge. Golly. Golly, Trey Gang, what's going on? And this the lady, and then check this out. This the first judge that was on the Kenneka Jenkins case. Really though. And then I was like, wait a minute. This Dorothy Brown, the judge that was taking on the Kenneka Jenkins case. Dorothy Brown, girl. And I was like, oh man, I ain't know these people really into that type shit. But now I do. Cause look, watch this. Hold up. Watch this. Dorothy Brown.
Jenkins. We're here at the House of Hope. Now, the wake doesn't even start till 11. The funeral starts at 12. Candace, tell us who you are. I am
And they know who she is. She was raised up in Chicago, was the biggest basketball star in Chicago. So why they asking you who the fuck you is? Like they don't know who you is. You see what I'm saying? It's like if you not from Chicago, like I never heard of this lady. I ain't never just watched no female basketball. It just ain't my thing. So I wouldn't have a clue who this lady is. So when she come off like that, be like, yeah, tell us who you are. Yeah, I'm just an advocate, say I'm a basketball star, I'm raised for Chicago, and giving you a background check. But nobody ain't saying, wait, man, we all even stars. This how this shit go. We sacrifice our kids. We don't believe in Jesus. You know what I'm talking about? And we got platforms. We got news stations. We got podcasts out here. We got all these big outlets. What lie you want first? You want that lie? You want this lie? Or you want that lie? Because you definitely don't want to know the truth. Because if you did, if you really, really did, you would be doing this, what I'm doing right now. Like, damn, I see the game. Look. No wonder why you think the news will be recording her outside the goddamn funeral? Bruh, name me one murder in history that you had the news at the funeral. That's the time to have peace for the family, right? Mm. But hold up. No, 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 no. Check this out. I'm going back to goddamn it. Look, straight drop, right? I found look, straight drop wife left him all because when they released the footage at the hotel, it's this imagine it like, damn, where you was at? Just say like, just say like, just say like, I'm in a relationship, right? And I dip out on my wife, and I go out and pull a leak at the Crown Plaza Hotel. Your wife wouldn't know nothing about this shit until it hit the news and your name came up and you see your own folk, your own man on the footage and you divorce him. And this lady made a whole news article about it. It was a big talk in the news. My husband, Patrick Brown, cheated on me. Yeah, I remember all that shit. It still got her name. It still got the name, bro. Matter of fact, and I know he watching. Her nickname Star, you know what I'm talking about? Cause you know what I'm about. Yeah, I know all this shit, bro. I know all of it. Man, look, I know all of it. Check this out, right? That's why King Rob put the news on blast. Look, boom, look at this shit. Who that look like? Bro, when I tell y'all, bro, do this look, do this sound familiar right here? Let me go back to King Rob. Uh history, right? The one I had it on ain't nobody finna believe me on this shit. So I ain't even finna just stress out about it. Cause man, you know what I'm saying? I just know, man, I'm just glad that, you know what I'm saying, I know what's going on. Hold on. Is it this one? Yeah. No, not this one. Not this one. It's gonna be not that one. No, not that one. Let me see. Is it this one? Hold up. Yeah, this one. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
my family is from Chicago, so
Pause it, Marco.
Chicago, the continuous amount of death. I mean, as the black community, we've always had to deal with losing our people.
Yeah. You see that bullshit right there? He just had to say, I'm from Chicago, and I got family from Chicago and all this shit. He just had to say that. And then he had to say, with all the deaths, and I'm from Chicago and all the deaths, we always got to be used to losing our people and all that. I told you, bro, They brought that scam to Chicago because it's full of motherfucking so much crime and shit going on down there. That was the best place they could pull a lick off. That's why ain't none of these motherfuckers from Chicago on the damn case damn near. They picked Chicago. That's why Chosen was always asking motherfucker, what you feel about the state of Chicago? What you feel about it? Nigga, if you ain't in Chicago, then why the fuck you keep asking about it?
Because I'm quite sure if some shit happened the way he was at.
Exactly. Hold on right quick, Marco. Go ahead, bro. Drop something. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that dude coming in. You want me to play the audio?
Yeah, go on, do what you doing, shit. I'm trying to take care of something right quick. I ain't going nowhere, though, but do what you do right quick, bro.
Okay. Yeah, but y'all can clearly see this dude coming in, pushing the same bullshit. The Chosen.
Oh, we good. We good.
Cool. And these horrible ways. And I just couldn't watch another video, and not speak up about it and not say anything about it. And it's not about me wanting to get noticed. It's about me wanting this case to continue to be talked about and be put in the forefront, because
pause it,
people
Marco.
cannot let people get away with murder.
Pause it, Marco. Why everybody want the case to continue? You heard me say it. I want this case to keep continuing, to stay in the forefront, but then he gonna come in with like, people can't get away with murder and all that shit. That's Chosen pitch, and then Chosen, he know what he doing, bro. He know, mate, that's why I told you in the dough. Romeo the one set the money up with him so he can get that money for selling that Chosen King channel to that Masonic temple, bro. Go on, let it play out.
Hit the shit right on the head, bro. And let them go live their lives as if this didn't happen. Right. Totally agree. What do you feel about the two mothers when they both came out? When you heard Miss Barbara and hearing Teresa, I mean, what do you say in comparison? In comparison to those two mothers stepping forward, what do you have to say about that?
Pause it right quick, Marco. Pause it right quick. He was finna say, what you feel in comparison to those two motherfucking cases? He was finna try to ask him to compare those fucking cases, but listen, Romeo with him the whole time. Now watch the answer Romeo give him. Guaranteed it's gonna be a team Miss Barbara. Guaranteed it's gonna be a team Miss Barbara answer he give him. Go ahead, bro.
Story, the other of Kenneka Jenkins, at first, having no knowledge of what was happening in the storyline or the situation, you just saw Kenneka Jenkins' alleged mother, and you said that this is real. Like, okay, this is real. This is her mother. This is somebody who's trying to get justice for her daughter. But
pause it right quick, Marco. Pause it right quick, Marco, before you say that.
And
you heard him saying alleged mama? Alleged mama. Because I guarantee you finna come in and probably go team Teresa. Watch what I tell you. It was something else I want to say. I damn it just forgot. But go ahead, let it play out, bro.
All them, that mothers and shit.
Yeah, he had to bring that up about the two mothers. That's why Chosen brought that up. Chosen brought that up about two mothers. What do you think about the two mothers? Just so Romeo can come back and say, you know what I'm saying, go team Miss Barbara on him. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, I was with Teresa at first, but until then, woo up your man, watch. Go ahead, bro.
His mother come out, or is it mother or grandmother? Mother. Her mother came out and spoke.
Pause it right quick, Marco.
Say, hey, you probably finna say the same shit I'm finna say.
Why would you ask him, was it mother or grandmama? You just said you was following the case. That tell you right there, Chosen put him up to do it. Why would you say mother or grandmother? Is it the mother or grandmother? Is it the mother? You should have known who it is. You just said you was following Teresa off top. You would team Teresa until this happened. Just go back a little bit and let it play out. You'll catch him up. Say what you want, whatever, Marco. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say, bro.
Why the fuck would you say, you know what I'm saying? You just said. How would you say that? Is it the mother or the grandmother? You just said you've been paying attention to the case from the beginning. Go back a little bit and let that play out. He had to ask Chosen that question.
And then he gonna sit up here right after he gave off this Malcolm X type information. He don't know nothing. He don't know something as small as that.
Exactly. You just hit through with this whole Malcolm X thing.
I'm trying to get justice for her daughter. But as things went on, and we saw Antonia Evans' mother come out, or is it her mother or grandmother? Her mother.
Wow.
Her mother came out and she spoke. And
you should have seen the look on his face when he said, bro. He looked like he bullshit.
Bro, I already know. That's why I kept saying the whole time about the video, man. That's why I wanted to play it on there, but you know, Chosen keep getting your page strike. I wish the motherfucker, we gonna play it one day on one. We gonna play it on one of the channel. We gonna play it on the channel we don't give a fuck about. I just want y'all to see Romeo's face. I already know what you talking about. He looked like he was bullshitting from the door, smirking and everything from the door. Chosen brought him straight up there to do that, to try to push the narrative like, okay, we right. That's why he named the video something like that. Oh yeah, Romeo's agreeing with us or some old dumbass shit like that. He pushed the narrative to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? He came in the door to make it, him and Romeo came in the door to push the narrative straight towards Team Miss Barbara.
Yeah. Team Chosen.
Go ahead, bro.
And you went and you looked at the picture of the casket. You said, okay, something isn't right. Somebody's not telling the truth here. So when you go back and you go over all the information, you say,
hey, Marco, pause it right quick. I'm sorry for keep pausing it, but pause it right quick. Did you hear him say when you go over the picture of the picture in the casket, ain't that the same thing Chosen kept asking Romeo? Chosen wanted that picture in the casket. That's all he was going to ask about. I'm wondering where that picture in the casket came from. Who took the picture? Where did it come from?
His fucking camera.
I'm saying that I thought it, listen, the only thing threw red flags on me, I was like, okay, who got the, but when they threw the picture up, I'm thinking like, okay, the picture probably going all around the internet. But I never seen that picture again. Who the fuck took that picture and where did it come from?
Mm-hmm. And bro, you know what? I always used to wonder, like, why Miss Barbara didn't have more pictures of Ann.
Exactly. You just got these old pictures. Why you ain't got no more pictures of Ann, Miss Barbara? You see what I'm saying? I used to wonder that too. But then I was like, okay, that's probably because they was into it or whatever. But I'm just thinking like, okay, you should at least supposed to have more pictures of shit. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
Being complete coming with the information that she's giving, because if you watch her interviews, there are different storylines and different pieces that don't line up. Right. When someone's telling the truth, they tell the same thing every time. Over and over. They tell the same thing every time. You never heard that?
Pause it, Marco. You know, I told you to say, Miss Barbara, that was his favorite thing. Miss Barbara telling the same story. She ain't lying. She telling the same story. That's because y'all prepped her for that motherfucking story, goofy. That's why he on there going straight against Teresa. You hear him? When you're telling that Teresa told so many lies, but when you're telling the same story, you see how Chosen put him up there? Let's get it, bro.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. The continual flow of lies, you know? Right. Exactly. And it sounds like, when you listen to her speak, that she's being creative and she's trying to convince people and not just simply tell people what happened. Right. Like, you know?
And it sounds like he's talking about Teresa and Miss Barbara.
Yeah, both of them do the same thing, but no, I think he talking about Teresa on that one. I think he finna come in and say Miss Barbara's story was good or some shit, but he tell you Miss Barbara. Let's just listen to it right quick. Let me see what we're talking about. You might have to go back a little bit, but I don't know, but play it.
You never heard that? You ever heard that when you tell lies, you gotta tell one lie? Correct. Lies, yeah. Right. Continual flow of lies, you know? Right. Exactly. And it sounds like, when you listen to her speak, that she's being creative and she's trying to convince people and not just simply tell people what happened. Right.
You talking about
And I'm
Teresa?
glad you gave me. I like to get people's perspective, and this is my first time talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? My first time
Pause it right quick.
Video or whatever. I wanted to pull you up, man.
Marco, pause it right quick. I want you to
have logical thinking, and
Marco.
I really appreciate that. Appreciate your insight, and anything else you would like to shed light on, or just speak on. I appreciate you reaching out to me.
Hey, Marco.
And that's the reason I sent people the videos, because I wanted.
Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit, bro. We're missing some vital shit, man. You see, Chosen, why Chosen making sure that everybody on live know that this is his first time talking to this. You know this is my first time talking to you, my first time talking. Just go back some, bro. Let that motherfucker play out. I was telling you to hold on. Stop it right quick.
Okay.
All right, let's get it.
I got the video or whatever. I wanted to pull you up, man.
Go back some more, Marco.
So when you tell lies, you got to tell one lie. Correct. That's lies. Yeah. Right. The continual flow of lies, you know? Right. Exactly. And right. And when you listen to her speak, that she's being creative and she's trying to convince people and not just simply tell people what happened. Right. Right. And I'm glad you gave me that perspective. I like to get people's perspective. And this is my first time talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Myself.
Yep. Said my first time talking. Gonna say it twice. Watch.
First time I'm gonna go talking to you. Right.
This is what I'm gonna do, man. Check this out. This is what I'm gonna do. Y'all heard it from me. And I'm gonna show y'all this. Look. If I tell y'all this is a number one receipt right here. If you got Friday 2011 and November 11, this made me laugh. It's what your clone would do. Jeffrey Epstein file, and you get this shit got to be the most bizarre shit. Plum Beach Pete. Bro. Bro. When I tell y'all, bro, look at it like this here. Look at this. Look at this screenshot right here. This all I want to show the world. This screenshot right here. If I'm a celebrity, a A-list celebrity, and if I know I'm doing a whole bunch of crooked shit, right? I'll pay for my clone because it cost 1.2. It cost $1.5 million for a clone, and that's what celebrities is doing. They cloning. It's like, okay, if Trey gang in a drug gang and I get flapped, and once I get flapped, I have my clone go to jail for me, you know what I'm talking about? Have my clone all on the spotlight while I'm out the picture. Then, you know what I'm saying, fake a death or something, you know what I'm talking about? Boom, boom, boom. You know. Man, just imagine the money, the things that I found out. The shit that I found out, bro, like Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey did not come out yet and say he's still alive. Man, you got these man PR firm, his whole team telling the world, Jim Carrey's still alive. Y'all stop, you know what I'm saying? All this fool. Why Jim Carrey can't say it out of his mouth? That ain't nothing like Jim Carrey. You see what I'm saying? What I figured out in the paperwork, according to Jeffrey Epstein, cause I got the files. Bro, don't y'all know this where I get this shit from? So I said, damn, if I could show everybody this one text and saying it was your clone, what was your clone would do. And I'm telling everybody, this man here got a motherfucking clone. And this in the paperwork. Why YouTubers and TikToker is not putting it in the right fashion. If this in the paperwork, check this out. If this in the paperwork, this why you get this shit. Look.
You could be the guy. I could be the guy, but I'm not the guy.
No, he's not the guy.
I don't know. I was at my girlfriend's house, and I left my phone in a room for about 4 hours. Finally came back to my phone, and it is blown up. Peter, call me. Peter, call me. You're blowing up the internet. I didn't think it was a big deal, and then a day or two later, it really blew up. All my friends are calling me. People I haven't heard since grade school. It really resonated. I thought it was hilarious.
But this hasn't affected like your personal life.
No, I think it's kind of funny.
There we
it's
fucking
pathetic,
go, dude.
but funny because he's such a vile human being.
Are you Jeffrey Epstein?
See,
I know I kind of
see?
look like the guy. Well, you could be the guy.
But see, this the cold part about it. This what YouTubers get paid to do. When shit hit the fan, bruh, we tracked Jeffrey Epstein. Are you the guy? And he all on the podcast. Check this out. The way the man explained it, he acting like that he recorded himself and uploaded on his channel and his video blew up. But the whole time somebody recorded the video, can nobody trace his platform? Can nobody trace like a Facebook account? Nothing that nobody don't want to know none about that. Everybody's so caught up. If you Jeffrey Epstein, are you the real Jeffrey Epstein? Really, bruh? Boy. I see why the CIA, man, got to spy on your phone, record you, because they know your whole life story. And so when they know your whole life story, they feel like they could trick you with this shit, bruh. Look at this shit. Palm Beach Pete, right? Look. All these people claim they read the Epstein file.
Here's all the evidence we have to confirm that Palm Beach Pete is actually Jeffrey Epstein. Starting off with the first and most obvious piece of evidence, that both of them look identical to each other. Here's a side-by-side picture of the both of them, and you literally cannot tell either of them apart.
Hold up. Why did I want to know why? I just want to know why. Because of this shit. I'm over the age 18. Yes, I am. All right. Clone, go to this shit. Read all of this shit. Look. Man, these folks mentioned this shit 222 times, and you mean to tell me you got people trying to expose the Jeffrey Epstein file, but look how they exposing it.
Next, the both of them literally have the same exact teeth. So as you can see right here, this is Jeffrey Epstein's bottom row of teeth. And then if we go ahead and look at Palm Beach Pete's bottom row of teeth, literally identical to Jeffrey Epstein's.
Same thing. I want to know
Next,
why.
in a recent interview, it was actually revealed that Jeffrey Epstein and
Cause it's all in the paperwork, goddamn it. If you want to know about some goddamn clone, it's all in the paperwork. They telling you in the clone. In the clone, look. Matter of fact, let's go to this shit. So you made a clone of a clone? I made an image of a clone. Thank you for the certification. You made an image of a 3 clone, right? Yes. Oh, but look. Hold up. Let's read this. Jeffrey, please confirm how you intend to proceed direct sale swaps, even new seed, whatever this is, you know what I'm saying? At the price, I believe it's still unsolved. Look, this is 20, and they talking about clones? Hold up, you mean to tell me you got public information and you mean to tell me Trey ain't telling y'all about YouTube? Be like, look, why these YouTube? The world would be so much better if you would have YouTubers would just put the information out. No. Don't do it like that. Do it like in this manner. We tracked him down. How you tracked him down? Why he just come on your podcast like, look what Palm B said on TMZ. He on TMZ, right? This shit. This got to be the most we'll never get justice, bro.
How this national scandal has impacted your life.
Sure. Well, I was prepared for it because I've gone viral before, but never to this magnitude. So this random dude was on I-95. He was parallel to my car. And he said, "Look at this guy. This just fell into my lap." He filmed me. He put it up online. Hundreds of millions of views.
100 million.
And it's impacted my life. People come up to me. I was at a restaurant. They stopped me. A bunch of Generation Z kids were whispering under their breath. And
But you Palm Beach Pete, so you supposed to be known around that John. So you would have people be like, yeah, we know Palm Beach. He look like Jeffrey, but he ain't. You ain't got nobody verified none of this shit, bro. You just got this random man that Jeffrey Epstein. They was already taught. Don't you know, bro? Once you go back to Cologne, look. I found this out through Jeffrey Epstein that these people was in cahoots with China and they done created a clone family. They done created a clone, a female and a male, and they produce babies at a rapid rate. Man, just imagine you could have 14 babies in 2 to 3 years. 14 kids to 2 to 3 years. The average woman have a baby at least once a year. But 14 from 2 to 4 years, clones, man, you know they finna outpopulate us. Why would they would need us that we was created through sex, God's gift, and you mean tell me you could create a clone? You don't need these people to believe in God. You know what I'm saying? These people they ain't gonna know because you taught these people in the lab. In the lab. Man, I'm finna get on up out this, John, bro. Cause this so sickening to me that I just want to show y'all proof that, hey, you can actually go to the Jeffrey Epstein case. It's 222 results about clone. Why? You got TMZ and them, all the YouTubers covering the Epstein file, and they act like they don't know who this man is. But if I come out and say, hey, look, let me break this out, I can show you who exactly he is, and he actually is his clone, bro. Matter of fact, Jeffrey Epstein ain't even the only fucking one. Look, this shit been going on for so long. Guess who Tom Hanks related to? Guess who Tom Hanks related to? I ain't even know that. I ain't even know. When I found out who Tom Hanks related to, then when I look back to all the presidents, I was like, man, I can't even believe the information. When they say you can't handle the truth, man, I know what it feel like. Cause just imagine somebody tell you something, you like, nah, I don't believe it. And then when you find out the truth, you be like, damn, you can't even handle the truth. Cause you be like, damn, I can't even believe like. Like I said, gang, I'm finna get on up out this junk. All I just want to show y'all is this right here. And it just break my heart that I'm the only YouTuber out here and trying to tell the world, like, look, y'all, these people is not straight. It looks so innocent just getting on your phone, be like, yeah, let me, they talking about the Jeffrey Epstein. Look, watch what he
and I went by the
say.
table. I said, can I help you guys? Are you talking about me? And they said, yes, you're the guy that went viral. I said, that's me. So I'm recognized. I've always been recognized. When he first got arrested, when he was on the New York Post, I guess he died in 19 or 18. So when he got arrested, when he came back from Paris and they took him to the correctional facility, I was on the Post. I lived in the city, and people were always circling me around me and giving me double looks.
Wait, hold on. Wait, in 2019, You're saying you lived in New York City?
Yes.
Oh, so you.
Who he telling to shut up?
And people were always circling me around me and giving me double looks.
Wait, hold on. Wait, in 2019, you're saying you lived in New York City?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh, so you've been everywhere he goes.
Yes.
See that? You was everywhere where he went. No fucking wonder. No shit, Sherlock.
So,
yes.
Okay, so
I'll
when
give you. Can I give you a couple examples?
Sure.
All right. So I was at a hockey game with my kids, and I'm leaving the hockey game, and a guy has an Instagram account called Liquidity. I think it's like a hedge fund account, and he filmed me, and there was a banner.
Gotta be a hedge fund, dude. When you go back to, at a hockey game, come on now. This shit is really making me mad.
That said Jeffrey Epstein rising from the grave. That went viral. So that was one incident. Then there was another incident where I was in a background episode of The Real Housewives of New York City.
You was in the background of Housewives?
Sonia Morgan gave me a kiss hello. A Generation Zer was watching it during COVID, posted it on TikTok with the banner, "Why is Sonia Morgan kissing Jeffrey Epstein?" That went viral. They had to take that down. So it's not new to me, but this amount of eyeballs is out of control.
Yeah. What I want to know is when people encounter you,
and it's the crazy part about it. Damn TMZ, you don't want to talk about this shit, the clones. It's in the files. It's in the fucking files. Why is you asking these stupid ass fucking questions? That's why I ain't never trust a nigga with his hair braided like that. Got to be shitting me. You cannot come in my neighborhood telling me nothing with your hair like this. Man, if you come in my neighborhood with your hair like this, look, man, I got this on my Temu account. If you going bald, goddammit, go to my Temu account. Trade game. My prompt mode game is yeah. Yeah, let me get a 32-inch, please. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you want locks or braids? Yeah, I want locks. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, give me the braids. You know, I think I look more cute with some braids and stuff. You know, you don't want a hairline? How much the hairline? You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, this braid really, since you bought this motherfucker 37 cents, it don't come with a hairline. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to go to the barber shop, get you some Beijing to spray on up. Well, yeah, I get the little Beijing and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Look, then he got that jump super long too. You know what I'm like, God dog. Still ugly as a motherfucker though. You know what I'm talking about? If I see him walking down my street, I'm instantly calling the sheriff department. Ring, ring, ring. Yeah, the sheriff department. Is it emergency? Hell yeah, it is. I got a suspect walking around here with some braids on, and the braids look fake. I believe he some kind of a hood spy. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we'll send a call over there right now. You know, I'm gonna be peeping out the window. See when the police pull up on his ass. When the police pull up on his ass, I'm gonna watch the whole investigation. I'm gonna see how they gonna approach him. Cause there ain't no telling what, you know what I'm saying? Cause look, I'm a type of nigga, I'm gonna be like, man, look, I think it's a microphone. That man wearing a wire in that wig, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at that, I'm like, no, that's a CIA wig. That ain't no, that's a CIA wig, bro. That's a spy wig. That motherfucker got Wi-Fi. Look, that motherfucker jam radars, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know when he step out, all the signals go out. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling y'all, bro, they got this technology shit going on, bro. Man, I gotta get on out of here, man. Trey ain't love y'all, man. You know what I'm talking about? And I'ma go live tomorrow, cause I really do want y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I'ma say this again. Do y'all research for Kenneka, cause the stuff that I'm showing you, this finna show you proof right here that Trey ain't the real deal, bro. look, check this out. Trey Gang is the real deal. If you go and look, watch this for a prime example.
And I'm really serious about this. Do they get angry? I mean, do they almost feel like they're no?
No, it's never happened.
Never happened. Even with, because the conspiracy theory is that you've heard it, I know, that Jeffrey Epstein is not actually dead.
Right.
And so I would think there would be some people,
I've never had an
conspiracy
encounter,
theorists, who would approach
Harvey. I've never had an encounter in face to face, but the comments online are pretty nasty.
Right. You've got to explain to us. You know, you kind of have your hair like Jeffrey Epstein. Did you ever think about just shaving your hair or changing your look, or are you just embracing this?
I'm me. I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm a regular guy. I'm retired. I lived in the city for a long time. Worked in commercial real estate. I love to play tennis. I'm
In the real estate, wow, whoop the do. And there's a lot of people in the real estate that were behind the Jeffrey Epstein case. So yeah, I see the whole pattern. He giving away everything.
very social. I'm not going to change. This guy is dead, and he was a really bad person. And I can hold my head high. I didn't do anything. I just happen to have similar looks. I'm just a better looking version than Jeffrey.
Are you worried that people kind of avoid you because they don't want to have a picture?
I don't want to look like no pedophile. You know, I don't want to walk down those streets, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, man, you look like Jeffrey Epstein. Mother get to throwing shit at me and running me. You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit, bruh.
Taken, and then all of a sudden it gets posted and people say, oh, this was taken in 2015.
Right.
Me
No.
and Jeffrey Epstein.
No. I think people think the thing is hilarious. And I honestly, Harvey, never had a bad encounter.
How do you know, you mentioned that you're at a hockey game with your kids. How do your kids feel about it? I mean, you seem very well adjusted. You're fine with it. Does anybody else in your family get bothered by it?
They think my daughter thinks it's funny. I don't really want to get them involved in this. They were cool, hip New York City kids. So they've been exposed to a lot. And they also lived with it when he was, first out there in the public, and people would always stop me. So they were used to that.
So are people coming up to you and asking for selfies to take pictures?
Yes. I was at a restaurant.
Ain't nobody sitting up there talking about take a picture. Yeah, I'm with the Jeffrey Epstein. Come on, bro. Really? All these lies, bro.
Just outside of Palm Beach. And the bartender wanted to take a photo of me. A bunch of Generation Zers were at a table. I went by their table and I said, you're talking about me, aren't you? And they said, you're the guy that went viral. I said, that's me. So it's happening. I was at a restaurant today. A server came up and shook my hand and says, can I shake your hand? So it's out there, Harvey.
Shake your hand? No.
Back in the day, when I was living in the city, I went to a couple of parties and Epstein was there at a party. And he was kind of creepy, just sitting on a couch, staying to himself. And he wasn't.
Oh, he got to coincidentally be there at a Jeffrey Epstein party. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Boy, I'm so out of here, bro.
The magnitude that he is or was. So he wasn't a big deal. He was mysterious. People didn't know how he made his money and where he, what his story was.
But then again, if you said this was back in the day, you been knowing Jeffrey Epstein back in the day, how? If you been knowing him back in the day, and then turn around and like you don't know the man, be like, damn, I just found about him when he was locked up. Which one it is? Which one it is? You know the man from the back of the day, or you just found out you look like a man, and when the man got locked up in 2018 to 19, something like that. Come on, bro. That man just told 3-4 goddamn different fucking lies in 1 fucking minute. And you mean to tell me people still confused? All right, still be confused. Clone. Go into Jeffrey Epstein library. Once you go to Jeffrey Epstein library, TMZ, you wrong. All these people making content. Look. All these people, look. Check this out. What do this look like? In case shit happen, they could have a platform to go on and tell more fucking lies. Look, he even went live with the same fucking clothes on that when he got caught driving. Look, can't nobody chase this man real page back, his real Facebook or his Instagram or his personal life story. You can't even trace none of this shit back. This motherfucker just could come up and like, yeah, what I'm saying, man, I never heard of the guy, never met the man, what I'm saying. People say, hey, you look like Jeffrey Epstein, what I'm saying. No, let's then turn around and say, well, way back, I seen him at a couple of parties. Oh, okay. Shit, man, shit. If people love a lie, you don't want me to get on this bitch, get the lie. Boy, if I get up on here lying, man, my numbers will skyrocket on this motherfucker. Cause I'm like, damn, I know what the people want. You know what I'm saying? I can might as well just go and give it to them. Jump on the same boat. You see what I'm saying? But that's not in me, bro. I ain't, man, look. That's not with me. I ain't that type of nigga. I don't believe in getting over nobody. I don't believe in lying to nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I ever fucked up in life, man, I can always admit to my faults and all this old shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just that type of nigga, bro. I'm a good nigga. Anybody that could tell you that no Trey Gang will give you the shirt off his back, bro, and he'll fuck with you, and he ain't gonna ask none in return. He gonna tell you, man, look. How much you need? Oh man, here you go, man. I'm gonna pay you back next when I get my check. Man, you ain't gotta pay me back none of this shit, bro. Cause I know you will pay me back. You know what I'm talking about? You should have to pay me back. You know what I'm saying, man? If I ask for something, you know what I'm saying, man, I know you would do the same for me. You know what I'm saying? Just real shit, bro. But yeah, man, I got to get on up out this junk of Palm Beach Pete. They could have came up. They could have came up with something else than Palm Beach Pete, bro. This look, I want to see his whole look. I want to be able to go on his Facebook, his Instagram, and just see his whole life. Like, yeah, I went fishing today. Yeah, I'm on the tennis court today. Cause whatever you love to do, you'll post it. Just like you riding big rims. You gonna post your car. Yeah, then my car, I'm cleaning it today. I keep my rims clean. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. It's fall, y'all, and a couple of leaves on my car. Let me do a content and blowing the leaves on my car. This how you blow leaves off the whip. You know what I'm talking about? Man, don't you know, man, YouTube almost dumbed me down a little bit. Man, I'm starting to watch weird ass videos now. I had to catch myself. I'm full of the kush. I had a couple of drinks or two. I started watching little hack videos, like, I'm talking about? And then it made me feel so dumb because I'm like, damn, you've been lacing your shoes wrong. This how you really supposed to lace them. I'm like, what the fuck? I've been doing this shit wrong the whole time. Then this a lady was like, look, have you ever had a hefty garbage bag? And did you know you were putting the garbage bag in the trash wrong? Cause the seams go on the outside. And I'm like, I ain't know all this shit. Who pay attention to that type shit? You see what I'm saying? Little hacks and shit. Like, man, I feel so. I'm like, God damn. And then look, this how I know my phone watching me. You know what I'm talking about? I'm watching the phone. And this thing, I'm like, damn, I got a little gas. Let me know I'm by myself, right? So I let off a little wind. Man, look, my ass said, burn. 2 minutes later, I get a fart ad. Do you have gas? And this sound like, burn. I said, what? I'm trying out new gas pills. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I had to, man, the phone spooked me, man. I about to throw this motherfucker out the window like that. That motherfucker really watching me. I had to watch the phone like shit. Oh, I'm just waiting on you. You will start talking to me in a minute. I be sleep. That motherfucker on the phone. That motherfucker be on the phone, charge. I'm asleep. Next thing you know, my phone get a conjure and shit be like, wake up, Trey Gang. I'm like, who the fuck in here? Oh, there. This me, Trey Gang. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Whacking the eye boogers out. Like, what the fuck going on? I hear voices and shit. This me. This your phone. My phone? You talking to me? Yeah. And it's over with. And now I'm programmed. I don't want to look. I don't want to get programmed, y'all. So y'all pray for me. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, boy. But yeah, man. Drake ain't love y'all, man. Look, man. Y'all be cool and y'all be safe. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more fire, y'all. Pie y'all. And I'm out, Jack.